Hello, everybody. It's Dark Strider, the YouTube assassin, and right now I want to talk about Odyssey. I know it's all over the place. We've seen videos, we've heard rumors, we've seen keychains and pictures of T-shirts and everything. And, you know, there's a couple of things that we know about it and stuff like that. But my question to everybody right now is, what is it exactly that we all want from a new Assassin's Creed game? Okay? Right now, a lot of you are just up and down as far as having a new Assassin's Creed game. Some of you are all for it. Some people, they really want to see a new game because they feel that Origins is dead, Origins is dry, there's nothing left to do in Origins. And, you know, a lot of people have already done everything there is to do, yours truly included. And, you know, it's just a whole situation of like, you know, there's nothing left to do. So some of the things that we have heard is that, you know, it is going to take place in Greece. We know that because we've seen proof of maps and everything. And, you know, like I said, we've already seen T-shirts and, you know, keychains and everything that have leaked that show that it's all taking place in Greece, that it is actually called Odyssey. So we just need an official statement just to make it absolutely official, just in case they're trolling us, which I highly doubt, because that's way too much effort to be trolling us. But we also know, or we've heard, that it's going to have a two-character system just like Syndicate did. All right? That may be interesting. Another thing that we've also heard, it's going to have heavy naval combat. So depending on whether you like that or not, you know, I don't know. That might be something you're interested in. That might be a turnoff. I know some people will be completely turned off if there's heavy naval combat as opposed to action like there was in Origins. All right? On top of that, there's also two different kinds of rumors about the time frame. They're either saying it's going to take place 100 years past Assassin's Creed Origins or 100 years beforehand. It would make no sense if it took place 100 years beforehand, because, you know, Bayek and Aya invented the Brotherhood apparently. So why would they all of a sudden just retcon that? Why would they go backwards unless they're going to show us, you know, some of the ancients and how they were spiritual assassins or something like that? You know, other than that, I have no idea how they're going to do that. All right. Now, as far as wants, I don't know about you, but personally, one of the things that I want, well, first I'm going to tell you what I'm worried about, okay? I am actually worried. Ubisoft promised a whole lot of new content and materials and things to do in Assassin's Creed Origins. They were talking about how for the entire year, they were just going to give it all kinds of, you know, like add-ons, additions, events, things like that. So now all of a sudden, Far Cry 5 came out and all that talk ended. So it just makes me a little nervous. I'm personally hoping that it's not that they took all of the things that they were going to include in Origins and they just made it some separate game and they're going to tie it together as like a story or something like that. You know, if I'm playing a game and it makes absolutely no sense, or it looks like it's just a bunch of pieces of DLC added together where nothing is really linear, or some things are linear but it just, you know, makes like absolutely no sense, I'm going to be like really upset about that. So like I said, that's one of my fears. Okay. What we actually want, or what I actually want, I want to see huge maps with lots of, like, you know, farming spots and things to explore and everything, just like we had with Origins. I thought that that was absolutely amazing. That was absolutely incredible. All right. I don't want to see, you know, like little tiny areas and stuff like that. Honestly, in past Assassin's Creed games, we've had, you know, where you have to unlock a region at a time. And in Assassin's Creed Origins, you had basically the same thing. But you could very well explore the entire map by yourself if you wanted to. You weren't limited to just one section, except in the beginning when you're in Siwa and you're learning the game. All right? I could accept that. Past that, give me that open world, because that was amazing. Let me die 32 times in like one spot and everything like that. That would be incredible. You know, like just as you're learning the landscape. There's tons and tons of landscape. There's even places that I'm pretty sure nobody has explored. There are places that I found in the game that I didn't even know were there, that I found accidentally. Like I found accidental bandit camps just hanging out on like the far side of Siwa that I didn't even know were there, and I just got bored and started exploring. So I want to see that. I want to see that kind of exploration. That would be great. Another thing that I personally enjoy, all right, are the RPG elements. I actually like the leveling up system. I like the skill system. I like that later on, in further games, they actually added on to the skill system. I like the idea of being able to put points in, like, a mastery and stuff like that. That's all like really awesome to me. It gives me like a little more depth to how I play. And you don't have to go and get all of those different things. You could get, just the ones that you like, and then you could get weapons and armor that match that. The other thing that I enjoyed, speaking of weapons and armor, were the weapons and armor. It was absolutely incredible that you could have different armor sets to do different things. I have an armor set that I go just to the arena with, where I just poison everybody in there. It's incredible. Different, weapons and armor does different things. You're able to, like right now, I have a weapon that, it's health on hit. That's actually pretty cool, having a health on hit weapon. Maybe I don't want a health on hit weapon. Maybe I want to actually play and do things that are like from a distance. I want to have like a pole arm. I want to have a long axe. Those things were all great. They were great concepts to have in a game. And I truly personally enjoyed that. I'd like to see some more of that. Not that I didn't mind, like in games past, like Ezio would have, maybe like one axe or like, a different axe, or like, they would get stronger, depending on, how far in the game you got. I like the idea that I can purchase a game or a weapon, and if it's my favorite weapon, I could continue growing with it, or it can continue growing with me. That was a very good concept, okay? Side quests, I actually enjoy the side quests. I don't want to see like collection quests like we had in past entries. I mean, collecting 200 feathers or, like 150 animus fragments and stuff like that. That was all just, it was a pain, and for what? Sometimes it was just to like get 100% completion in the game or whatever, and sometimes it was just for like a cape or something, Those kind of things I don't want to see in the game. I wouldn't mind if they're in the game, but that's not my preference. I'd like to see other things. I'd like to see actual real side quests that actually give me some type of benefit, that actually give me something, because otherwise doing all these collection quests and everything, it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. I don't mind the collection quests like these for like the tablets, or activating machines, or even the one where you're looking right here for like a place to rest and everything. Those kind of things, they still gave you some kind of benefit. So if I'm going to do some kind of collection quest, I need some kind of benefit. I can't just be running around, for like a cape, or just to say that I got 100% of the game completed. That's kind of crazy. This game did it right, where it had 100% of the game completed because you did all activities. All activities were exploring everything, doing every animal lair, speaking to every person. I don't think the side quests were included, but basically everything that was on the map was actually included, and I thought that was amazing. All right. On top of that, I really want to see more of Layla Hassan. Okay. I am very happy that we actually have a protagonist in the game. All right. That's something that we've been missing since Miles Desmond, or Desmond Miles. I was really upset. Not that he died. I understand, okay, let's get rid of this guy. Let's do like some other type of story and everything. But they really didn't give us anything to drive the narrative forward, okay? The very next thing that they had was what? Like, we were a computer game tester in Abstergo, which was cool, but, you couldn't talk, you couldn't interact, you couldn't really do anything. You could only do what you were told, All right. They told you to go and do something like that. They told you to go and explore this floor and hack these computers and everything like that. You know, honestly, if you are at work or you're at school and all of a sudden my weird self just pops up on your system, on your screen, your laptop, whatever, your office computer, your wristwatch, whatever, any way that I could get a hold of you, at work or at school, and I all of a sudden tell you, listen, I'm an assassin, I need your help, I need you to go and do this, you're not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to sit there and listen to some weird person coming out and telling me that, you know, they're at war with these people in the place that I'm going to school or working for is complete evil and stuff like that. You know, I mean, first of all, you know, the place that you're working or going to school at is complete evil, but that doesn't mean that you're going to go and hack the system or anything like that. You know, that's just incredible. That's, you know, way out there. That's out of control. I wouldn't do it. So, you know, it just didn't help to drive the narrative forward of what was going on with the assassins. All right. And then I don't recall Rogue and Unity because I like I said before in past videos, I really wasn't paying much attention to those videos. I'm going to be playing through them and you know, giving you my ideas of what's going on there and stuff like that. But again, you know, those were games that, you know, they just, I had no appeal, you know. In Syndicate, I remember in Syndicate, I played that for a little bit, and I think that there was just some woman that came on and said that, you know, she was an assassin and listen to us before you make a decision. And again, you know, like, you don't know who these people are, you know. Once we got to Layla Hassan, it actually moved the story forward, okay? It gave us a narrative. It gave us somebody to identify with. It gave us somebody who, you know, you're playing as, and she has attitude, and, you know, she has her own goals and everything like that. And you really want to see where she's going and what she's doing. So that's something that, like, I'm really interested in finding out what's going on in the next game. All right. Besides my fear that the next game is going to be, you know, just bits and pieces of Origins that's all chopped up, I also have done other videos where I do believe it's going to be a Bayek and Aya sequel, okay? You know, Greece was a turbulent time right after, you know, everything that was going on in Origins. Greece was actually a moment of history where, and I'm not talking 100 years in the future, I'm talking, you know, like maybe 10 years or something like that. I'm thinking that maybe the 100-year thing is just to throw us off. Because, like I said, that's not confirmed. Maybe we'll find out what's going on at E3. All right? But Greece did have some turbulent times, and they did still have connections to Egypt. So it's my feeling that they will go forward with a Bayek sequel, and it will deal with things that happened in Greece. That's also around the time that Cleopatra was killed or died. You know? Another thing that, you know, like I really believe that it's going to be a Bayek sequel and everything, the two-character thing, that could be where you could play either as Bayek or Aya back and forth. And if you can do something like that, it would be really cool if you could complete missions. And hear me out on this, okay? Let's say you want to play as Bayek, all right? And you complete the missions and everything like that. You find out Bayek's side of the story. Wouldn't it be crazy to go back and play as Aya and, you know, or flip-flop back and forth and play the missions back and forth and find out each one's perspective? I think that that would actually be a cool function. I don't know how feasible it will be, but in my opinion, it would be a cool function because it would give you a lot of narrative, a lot of story, a lot of, you know, just them picking their own weapons, getting their own gear and stuff like that. And it would just increase the replay value, in my opinion. All right? Some people might not be on board with that. Some people might just want to do a mission one and done, you know? But then maybe you do the mission a certain way with one and you do the mission a certain way with the other and it just looks different, you know? I don't know. Now, you know, that's why I believe the setting isn't going to be, you know, 100 years in the future. It's 100 years in the future. I don't even know what period they would go to in Greece because as far as like I've Googled and looked into, nothing really was happening in like 149 BCE. You know, there wasn't really a lot going on in Greece. Whereas, you know, they still had stuff going on in like the current time period of origins. All right. On top of that, you know, the heavy naval combat, you know, I'm okay with naval combat. Not okay where like it's like the complete core of the thing. I did like Assassin's Creed 4. I did like the naval combat and stuff like that. But when you got to like the things where like, you know, you're exploring islands and you're looking for treasure and you're looking for animus fragments and stuff like that, that stuff just, that's going to make me nauseous. So let's not do that, you know. But if you want to have something where you're actually like, you know, there's a purpose to the naval combat, then yes, I'm all about it. You know, let's do that. But, you know, again, I don't want to see, and I'm hoping not to see something where we're just exploring the world just for the heck of it. You know, I actually want to explore the world and there be a reason behind it. That would make the game interesting for me. But anyway, you know, these are my thoughts on it. And like I said, you know, we know that Odyssey is coming out. We know, I mean, a bunch of YouTubers are probably jamming this down your throat, you know, day and night, that Odyssey is coming and, you know, it's such a big deal and everything. You know, it just seems like Odyssey is flooded all over YouTube. It's either Odyssey or the new Thundercats cartoon that's coming out, and hate towards that. But, you know, like, I just want to know, like, what your opinion is. Drop it in the comments below. Let me know what you think of this. Let me know what you're hoping to see in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Let me know what you're hoping not to see in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Because, like I said, there are different things that, you know, some people want to see, some people want to see less of. You know, what is your opinion on that? And, you know, like I like to tell everybody, you know, like, this is a free space here. You know, you could tell whatever your feelings are and whatnot. And, you know, sometimes it opens up debate. You know, sometimes other people see things that, you know, they didn't even think of. Wow, I can't believe I like that thing. This guy is right because that actually stinks. You know, there's different things to it. But again, let me know in the comments below what you think. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot. And just keep an eye out. Let me know what you think of Odyssey. Let me know if you find out any information about Odyssey. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen enough keychains and t-shirts and everything. So let's see what else is out there, all right? As always, thank you for watching.